Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm playing the launch version of Underboard, a team-building tactical auto-battler roguelike. Hopefully a few of those keywords appeal to you. I do have a video previously playing the demo of the game, which has a bit more of an intro and a tutorial that carries a little bit of the story. It was the only video I have on the game on this channel, but that stuff is unchanged heading to 1.0, so I'm just going to put that at the top of the playlist, and if you watch these things in order, then you'll get that story still. But I'm going to jump into the actual gameplay here, the proper game. I'm going to kind of skip ahead through the tutorial, because anyone who's coming to this probably has seen it already. So I quickly ran through the tutorial again there. I'll kind of explain the game as I'm playing for anyone who needs a refresher or is totally new to this. The first zone is now unlocked. You can see the full game here is launching with 5 zones? No, 4 zones. Yeah, okay, I was like, where'd this 5th zone come from? 4 zones. The Shadow Woods. Pretty standard, basic stuff. We get our initial character draft. Collectible. Oh, it's missing from the collection, yes. So this will be the first time I've drafted any of these characters. That makes sense. The Scout, the Magician, and the Baby. You can see a breakdown of many stats: health, attack speed, resistances, damage, critical chance, critical damage, movement speed, but the skill power and energy regeneration towards the bottom is one of the more important considerations. You can go min-maxing on all of this stuff, but you can really pay attention to a few to mostly try and simplify things. So another one is the different traits that this character is bringing with them. These are synergistic across your party, so you can kind of be strategic with that. For now, I'm just going to focus on the skill. So the Scout, this Scout, not all Scouts, has Fireworks. Energy cost is 60. You can see the skill power, the regeneration, that's how often you're going to actually be able to cast that spell. Shoot a projectile to the current enemy, deal 70 skill damage, which is 70% of your power, and apply slow. So damage and slows them down. Trick, target the current enemy, deals a bunch of damage and applies stress, which makes their energy regeneration worse. And Baby has Judgment, those judgy babies, and full energy cost of 100. Yeah, okay, they all have 10 energy regeneration. Targets current enemy, apply 80 burn, suffer skill damage over time, inflicts 50% of damage to adjacent allies. So the baby can really, this little devilish baby can burn the world to the ground here. I think I'm going to choose the baby, and one of the main reasons for that is that with these different traits, they're each adding one initiative, 1 talent, 1 effort, 1 anticipation, also 1 anticipation, but then also 1 contact. Each trait has a different threshold, at which point it gives a benefit to any character that has that trait. And strength is one of the few where the initial threshold is just 1. So by drafting this single character, we now get the trait. Okay, so Tickatoe, he's the tutorial giver, cute little cat guy. So he was just chiming in, let us know. By having this, you can see it kind of has this abacus type system. There's been 1 ticked over for anticipation, but the break point is 3. Whereas strength for contact, sorry, it's a strength type trait. Contact is 1, so plus 20% damage on melee hits. The baby now automatically gets that benefit. So let's advance forward. 10 towards until the boss shows up, so we have to be a little bit selective with where we're visiting on the map. Right now, 1v1, not a lot of different considerations to make. Can really just square them off against each other and let it ride. I do have the speed on right now. This is speed off, speed back on again. You can see the blue bar that is ticking up underneath their health there is indicating when that spell, like Judgment, will be cast. So sailed through that one easy, wouldn't expect it to be very difficult. First battle, Chombi, he's got Pelleted Seed. Shoot a projectile to the current enemy, deals damage and haste. Gain haste, he would gain haste. The Chombi would. Attack speed and movement speed goes up. Not a lot I can do again here. Oh, they're both ranged. I don't think I really was thinking about that before. Nice. There, the burn kicked in and like he just melted away there. Burn, baby, burn. I hope that's kind of what the devs were going for with that. Yeah, and you can see damage with melee hit 20%. That is directly coming from contact, written in blue text there. On to our first bonfire. Here is where you're drafting additional units. This is really funny to end up with 2 perception because you just end up with 2 eyeballs there. When they have the little border on them, that is letting you know that it would cross over into that breakpoint. So because this guy drafts with 2, he automatically is hitting the breakpoint. Preparation is only a 1. Determination is only a 1. Contact, I think it's pulsing to let me know that I have another character that is contact based, so I'd be feeding into that synergy a little bit, and we'd be adding intensity. I kind of, the idea of an athlete, a football player, like defending the baby is funny. I do like that. Gains armor, so he just becomes a tank, and eventually gains attack damage bonuses. But the magician giving him self-perception is cool. Targets current enemy, deals damage and stress, and perception, damage hit reduction. Giving himself the bonus is cool, but I'm going to take the athlete. I like that he will gain the melee hit bonus as well. And that might be more what it was telling me. Not that I have another unit with this, but that he will gain a direct benefit just by being drafted. So yeah, he's mostly just about tanking hits as much as possible. I'm going to run to the chest to get a item before I worry about trying to take on any more fights. Ooh. Okay, we'll go through these. Playbox controller plus skill power. And you saw a lot of the damage that skills do are driven by skill power, so you can raise the damage of your skills. Energy pulse chance. Energy pulse. Recover energy equal to energy regeneration on attack. So there's a chance that you just get a jump up in your energy. And energy drink, but this one is special. You can tell it's like shiny. It came with the trait effort. So I think any character that has that trait would gain that bonus. Right now I have none, but you can equip these items to a character and give them that trait. Energy regeneration. So in general, the energy regeneration I would say is already a good thing. We saw how strong burn was. And now the baby also, does the baby, did they gain? Yeah, you can see at the top, contact 1, anticipation 1, effort 1, right next to the little pie chart there. The baby now has the effort trait. You can actually, you can move it over to another character, and now he has effort. So you can directly give a trait to a character in that way. We're also going to go to the deck of cards because that earns you a spell or gains you a spell. Ally. Ally. Affect player characters plus 1 shade on melee attack plus 30% attack speed. It's also rare. It's a reservation based card. These two are active, so they're things you actually cast. The reservation is you are giving up 50% to your mana reservation, 50%. You're giving up 50% of your total mana in order to have this benefit. So shade on melee attack, maximum stacks 3, sure dodge against range attacks while having stacks. And then attack speed is very straightforward. Glory has a mana cost, that's that 100 value, cooldowns 20 whole seconds, spell range 1, select a player character in spell range center, apply valor equal to enemy levels in spell range plus 3. Maximum stacks 13, gain shield equal to 50% attack damage plus 20 on attack. Kind of a huge boost actually. And consecrate, mana cost, spell range, spell ignores modifiers. Select player characters in spell range, apply 2 devout. So grant shield to Saint allies equal to 50% energy cost, and Saint benefits from devout allies. It kind of starts tying together, and the target center gets Saint. That one pulls a lot together. Kind of has the ability to layer up quite a lot. But I'm thinking, if you use this, Apply Valor equal to enemy levels in spell range +3. So it's either saying apply a Valor amount +3 or spell range +3. I'm not sure what the +3 is applying to. It makes it seem like it's the spell range. Now I'm hesitating on that. It doesn't matter. We'll learn. It gains, you gain a lot of bonuses. A specific character does. I don't have that many characters, so I can really juice my athlete by playing around with that. And you can actually start a combat by casting a spell, but you can see nothing would be in spell range there. Enemy levels in spell range. So I think you can see there, it triggers. And now he's added, I want to say it'll be Valor +3. I should be able to, I think I can check that somewhere. It's showing somewhere. So it's Valor equal to enemies in spell range +3. It's the Valor that got +3 because I saw it flash for Valor when I cast it. Ooh, and here's the next thing. I now have earned 3 experience, 3 different battles, 3 enemies defeated, and I can level someone up to level 3. So I'm gonna give it to the baby. Why not? Give the baby a little bonus. I'm gonna start. Well, do you have an attack range? You do. So I'm just gonna start immediately fighting you, and I'll wait for a little Tangela to catch up here. So Valor 5. So let's see. Apply Valor equal to enemy levels in spell range +3. So level 1, +3. That's how it's calculating. There's one active. Maybe we go pick up a passive spell if there's one available. Instant Sprout. Mana cost 30, cooldown 10. Select a player character and apply 5 Harden. 50% damage reduction while having stacks. The Minotaur affects player. Mana reservation efficiency, so if I was using that, and maximum life, doesn't matter just yet. Warcry, select a player character in spell range center. Grant 100 health. Apply heal equal to 30% maximum life per enemy level in spell range, and target applies taunt to enemies in spell range. I'm okay with either of these. Harden to either keep someone alive, or Warcry to really aggro things, and I think the survivability on you probably isn't huge right now. I don't think a ton of things have benefited or are benefiting the athlete in specifically that way. So here we have a level 2. So in this case, yeah, I'm going to start with the Harden, just get that on board right away. There, I'll still gain the 5 from the Valor rather than waiting for him to catch up. And now I'll still have time to cast again. My mana regen, like I actually, ooh. I almost had time to use Glory again. I say ooh, it's not like a bad thing, it's not that it matters. I still won pretty decisively. Nice, a Bonfire. I do want to be adding more units. I think you want to try and keep that pool up. The Orphan. You shouldn't laugh. So the Orphan will gain a contact and bring us over that next breakpoint to the 3, where plus 30 damage on melee hits and plus 10 poise damage on attack. Poise. Losing all poise applies stun and increases maximum poise, which is equal to attack resistance, and then applies stun. Equal to attack and resets after not being damaged for 5 seconds. Poise damage on attack. How poise damage works versus just poise itself, I might be a little uncertain on actually reading it out. The Magician, this one has Trick again, and a Nun, which are usually healing based. Intervention, this one's not. Affect enemies in skill range, deal 60 skill damage and apply Exposed, which reduces their hit damage reduction, so that they'll take more damage, which is kind of funny, just the phrasing of that. All of these are ranged characters. Atone. Targets the lowest health percent ally and grants shield. You know what? Having the contact bonus and having a support unit casting a tone to back me up, that seems valuable. I'm going to go for this chest again here, load up on another item. Teddy, 100 shield on combat start, plus 20% damage with melee hits. I could go with either one of those. I do like both of them, actually. Shield. I think I shield up the athlete. Keep him fortified, strong, ready. I skipped those because I purposefully wanted to explore the map in a way that would reveal more options to me, and I could kind of pick and choose what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go along the way. So this guy has Pelleted Seed again, Thorn Field, affects enemies in skill range, applies bleed, but this guy also has Insight equipment, plus 4 energy charges on combat start, energy burn on attack. Well, I don't really want to deal with that. I want you... I'm going to take you out as quickly as I can. I'll wait for you to come in to apply the glory. We're ripping through the zombie there, not even a concern. Oh wait, this works out that I can... That makes sense. I have 20 and 30, so 50 total, 100 mana. I can cast 2 of them, each spell twice, without needing to really worry about mana. And then I would have to wait out the regeneration some, but... So what do we got here? I still have the experience, but you can also spend experience to re-roll items if you don't like what you were given. And Regret re-rolls the lowest team trait of a character. So if you had Impact 1 and everything else was at 2 and you were like, Impact's not doing anything for me, you can try and re-roll it away. I could get a Teddy Bear again. Damage with ranged hits. I do have 2 ranged attackers. What is your damage? 26 and 20? I guess you have been leveled up. I'm going to level you up. Get the athlete 1 level higher. Yeah, sure. Headphones, why not? 20. It'll have a greater effect on you. I'm just realizing the damage with melee hits bonus he's getting from contact doesn't do anything for 2 of the characters. Yeah, maybe not the greatest coming together of traits there. Pretty inefficient. This is a superior combat, so there's more enemies and a higher overall level. 300 armor on wounded. And that's the first time they fall below 50% max health. And 20 thorns. That's I'm a little scared of that guy. Restorative crop. Oh, and a heal? This guy's shield and dodge chance applies bleed and slow. I want you crushed about as quickly as I can get away with. And then I do have kind of a thought of hopefully they'll all be dead before I actually even need to contest with this one, because like the heal was the thing I was most concerned with, I would say there. I didn't want they're healing themselves a bunch there. Yeah, that is an annoying thing to have to overcome. Makes it a harder enemy for sure. So my hope was to kill everything else first before they had a chance to start throwing down those heals. Grants influence to a character. All rewards have a 5% chance to be influenced. Gaining an additional trait. So can I just give this to anyone? Impact. Did I just give you impact? Did you already have that? Did I add that? I might have added that. I think I just added that, which isn't exactly what I thought that would do, but just, sweet, I'll take it. You have impact. Let's focus our fight down here to start, and one of these should be dead basically before they even get involved, which is working out basically how I hoped it would. Dang, you're staying alive quite well. I haven't even had a character die yet. We're absolutely crushing it. Lowest team trait of a character. So let me think about that maybe. Intensity. Kind of like intensity. It's kind of a good one. And I do maybe want to hang on to that. This one comes with reach, damage with ranged hits, reach and attack range, energy charges on combat start. I'm going to do Mark of Reach because it gives reach and adds attack range. I can stick you slightly further back. Is that what I want? I'm going to give it a try. Anticipation isn't really doing anything for me. Well, I'm going to hold off on the reroll. To do another combat and reassess after. That guy's got health steal. That guy is a healer. And you're just kind of a schlub. So I think what I want is to blast through you as quickly as I can. Oh, damn, you're ranged, so I'm not going to quite... Maybe I should have stacked that up better to get a better bonus out of that. That one guy was an easy kill, so I just wanted that done. Let's level up the orphan. Keep everyone kind of rounded at the same level there. Let's see. Rerolled lowest team trait of character. Let's say... There's quite a few that apply to that currently. The effort is coming from the energy drink. And contact... So I think if I take off the energy drink and reroll this, it will reroll anticipation, which became determination, which adds attack resistance. So I'll keep that one, and you can take your effort can back. Impact is currently at 2. Or intensity. I can reroll intensity and hope for something better. And we got accuracy. Attack speed would be good, but I don't have anything that reaches that next breakpoint there. So just moving forward. Applies bleed, chill. It's a stun potential, and more bleed. Let's see. You only you have range. The Spikellas don't. Everything grouped up so glory can apply effectively. I didn't really show any of this off, but there's a lot of cool different stats that you can look at here to see how your team is performing. Like, the athlete is by far my biggest damage dealer, but he's also my damage sponge. And healing absorption. So it's oh my bad. Oh no. It's so there's a lot of different stuff being shown here. The attack damage shown twice is kind of odd, isn't it? The total number of attacks, the amount of poise damage, the stuns, but then the critical hits, the skill damage, the absorption is how much damage you're receiving. Things being listed more than once I'm not 100% on. Like attack damage. I'm actually not certain where that's coming from looking at that. But now we've done the enough map exploration that it's time to access the boss. I know that they're ranged, so I don't want to get caught in a situation where they are really hammering on me. So there, I've kind of forced them to engage with me melee. I think that was effective. I think that worked how I wanted. But now my allies are kind of splitting their focus. Half of them are going after the boss. There we go. Now we're on the same page here. I think we're going to cruise through this. This part seems like it's going well. I have no concerns. Nice. Mastery unlocked. Lucky chest, defeat a boss. Masteries are something you apply above the run level, so that'll become available to me the next time I want to play. Skateboard, melee hit damage. The lock adds endurance, which that's coming from this. 100 armor on wounded and a better block chance. Yeah, it just is rare and strong. Well done, rookie, but a portal's opening. That means there's a deadlier boss on the other side you'll have to lure it out to. Your exploration will be saved after crossing the portal. Make sure you're ready for that. So, get the wounded block to really keep him alive. Levels up a character to level 3. Using that on the athlete then, which boosts him up to a knight, which now he knows Bastion instead. Affect enemies in skill range, apply taunt, forced to target the character who applied that effect, taunt as you would expect, gain armor and reinforce, which adds hit reduction. So the knight is naturally leading into an even greater degree of he is tanking everything for me. I didn't really intentionally build everything around that, but that's just is the direction it's all heading now. So I might as well try to go with that as much as possible. Ancient, it has that red outline, had a little red pulse when it was drawn. 50% missing life recovered on combat completed. So that would be for the actual full life, which I haven't lost any yet. So maybe it's pretty damn good actually. This adds on reservation intensity, impact, and contact. So one of those I don't have. Intensity I don't have. I got rid of intensity. And neither of the impact would reach a breakpoint. Chance to deal crush, minus 10% hit damage reduction. We've seen consecrate already. I might take sun. I like my spells together right now. They fit well with the mana that I have. So far I haven't been losing health, but that is it's like nice to know that that's there is to back you up. Pelleted Seed, Restorative Crop for healing, and Shield and Dodge. Yep, that's fine. I feel like none of these feel like especially major threats. The healing is a pain, but we are still just absolutely cruising. Oh, there was the heal. The heal did kick in there a little bit. And what, you're just gonna heal yourself forever? That's a losing battle, my man. So, can't level any of them up, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it only... Yeah, not a level 3. It's how you get from level 1 to 2, and then you need the other tier to upgrade beyond that. So, not available to me at the moment. Chill, lifesteal, and heal. Damn, I don't like getting stuck dealing with 2 healers, even though one is lifesteal. I'm calling it a healer here, because it just that can end up becoming a fair bit to overcome. I like the little healing beam Orphan does. So many good effects. Oh, nice. Alright, it's time to add another character. I feel ready for it. The Rebel has reach, so immediately gain that benefit. We'll add Grace, Energy Pulse Chance, Impact will bring us to that break point. The Brawler, different from the Athlete. So the Scout gain 3.2 hidden seconds and haste, so can't be targeted and faster attack and movement speed. The Brawler, deal damage and gain might, which makes him stronger. And this Orphan also has a tome. So the Vitality, yeah, I'm gonna take the Brawler. That like a hockey player. I dig that. I like that they're like both different types of athletes. So I can immediately level him up since I have that experience waiting, so I feel like that will be worth it. I'm going to go venture over on this side, try and open up a few more options. You have Shield and Elusive, Bleed and Slow, Health Steal way up there, but the Cursantula is level 3, so I'm a little worried about that. Blood Web. Targets the farthest enemy, deals a lot of damage, almost 200 damage, and weak. Lowers the attack, damage, and skill power. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's see, I'm gonna have to keep now I'm gonna have to start keeping a much closer eye on my individual guys here. Like, The Brawler's taking a lot of damage there. I want to make sure he's getting backed up nicely. We cruise through it anyways. We're good. For now. Ooh, Bonfire again? Sure. It forks the map a little bit, so I think it's worth it. There's not a lot of downsides to drafting too many characters. Let's see. I might re-roll this one. The Impact, meh. Concentration, Ambush. The Nurse has Heal, so that is definitely good to have, but hasn't been a major concern. And you will get a Determination bonus. I'm going to re-roll. I think that's like okay. Let's see. Insight, Preparation, those will both get a 1 slot bonus, 1 point bonus. The Nerd, Discharge, target the enemy, deal damage, and gain motivation for better energy regeneration. So it should start being able to happen more often. Skill Resistance. You also just came with First Aid, and this is none as Intervention. Attack range 3. I'm going to throw the Nerd into the mix. There's something funny about a couple of jocks protecting a pair of babies and a nerd. but a classic, like, 80s college movie trope. The fish at Simpsons reference, I think. The effects player, mana regeneration and mana reservation efficiency. Maybe. Right now, I just have those 2 spells, so it wouldn't do a ton. Spell range and cooldown recovery. That's quite nice. And Plague. Select an enemy character in spell range, apply Rot. Suffer piercing damage over time, apply Decay. And +3 damage over time, receive multiplier. So that is a good one. And often I haven't ended up needing the, there is a way to shuffle these. There we go. Okay, I was trying to like slot it between. You just slide it on top to swap. I was overcomplicating it. Yeah, I haven't really needed to use both spells 2 times each. I usually have one before then. +1 impact, penetration with hits, reduces the damage reduction of targets. Attack damage with flanking, characters flank enemy targets that aren't attacking them. And eyeglasses for skill resistance. Ace of Spades is quite good. That impact bonus is really nice. I won't reroll. Attack damage while flanking. I'm sticking you in the back. So I think you are going to be considered flanking quite often. So superior combat with the sword. +1 item to highest level enemy. +1 trait consumable. +1 experience. +1 level 3 enemy. +1 reroll consumable. +1 experience. So let's do this other type of superior combat. Dang, 2 level 3 guys. And we have Skid, for anyone who recognizes him. Gain 6 Frenzy and Rush. So high crits, high attack and move speeds. Bleed, Blood Web, and Bleed. Maybe the enemies always have the same actives, and it's just the player units that switch that up a little bit more. Oh wait, I'm gonna start. Oh, you're not grouped that well. Okay, I will still start with this. Now I can get a quick Rot applied to 3 characters, which is pretty good. Ooh, you're getting hammered pretty hard there. I'm keeping an eye. Let's get a hardened down on the Brawler. The Brawler was getting beat on pretty hard there. Vision, reroll rewards and grant influence to all options. Right, so that can be used, I'm pretty sure, in an item like a chest or a spell table, whatever they're called. So reroll and grants influence. So that should Yeah, everything gains that little bonus there, which is pretty sweet. Eyeglasses with anticipation, the Rubik's Cube with insight, and the folding chair with impact. Plus 30% crush on hit chance, minus their hit damage reduction, skill power while focused, and focus that aren't characters that aren't wounded have focus, and you're wounded when you're below 50% your max health. What is our next level for insight? Plus 2 charges, energy burn on attack. It's pretty cool. And anticipation, I would say, is not very useful to us. Let's grab the folding chair. Just really hammer on him. Overall bonus there. This is suddenly like quite a solid team, I feel. The Footstein. It's like Bigfoot and Frankenstein in one. I like that. Thunderstomp. Deal 160 damage. Apply shock. Suffer poise damage and energy burn. Damn. There's a lot of things going on with this guy to worry about. So I'm glad he is stashed kind of far off. I'm going to swap those two. That apply to as many of you as possible. I'm gonna get glory on the brawler there. Keep him alive. Here's where things are looking a little dicey all of a sudden. I think I need to apply a little something to the brawler, try and keep him going. Come on, Knight, take him down. Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Oh, he's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. Okay, you're protected. One, babies. Okay, so there. That was my first character death. You lose a life when they die. You lose that life to like gain them back. But now, when completing a combat, I should gain back half. I don't know how that'll work when I'm only missing one. Grants influence to a character. Oh, right. Okay, so I think like any of you. Doesn't really matter who I give it to, so I'm going to give it to the brawler. Impact vitality. He gained a second vitality, which actually brings vitality up to the breakpoint, which adds 70 health, so he just gained a health bonus. That worked out nicely. I'm pleased with that. Let's see. Yes, let's go check out the forge. So, you forge fire used to forge items. Forge slot, place a non-forged equipment item to forge it. So what are we looking at here? I don't think any of them would be forged. How about my nerdy flanking ace of spades? I don't actually even really know what I'm trying to do with it. Crush on hit chance. So I don't actually know. I think forging just adds a random thing to it. Is that your impact, and you have crush on hit chance, plus attack speed, pretty sweet actually. And ooh, now we've used that up. Or you can combine items together. Let me see. You had the folding chair, is that right? And I'd given you the card. Is there anything? Forging an item together frees up space because you only have 3 slots per character. It doesn't really matter here. Ooh, this goes up by 1 each time. So I would be spending 3 experience to add 3 more to the forge fire. But my next forge would cost 3. So I'm going to extinguish the forge and I'm going to move on. It's like maybe. Oh, do you know what? I should be leveling up the nerd. Could have done that a minute ago. So let's just go straight for that. Skid as trance. Yeah, that's his frenzy thing again. Well, we're squared up nicely with you, so let's just go with it. I'm gonna open up with that to get you pumped up. Glory there, since you're getting mildly surrounded. That's not a perfect sequence. Oh my god, the knight getting hit pretty hard there when he doesn't have the instant sprout. Wait, but I think everyone stayed alive, so I'm pleased with that. Ooh. Bonfire again. It's reaching a point where it's like I don't really know if I should just be continuously drafting new units. Tempted to re-roll. Let's see. I already have the athlete. Accuracy, sure. Who has accuracy? You do, the knight does? That could be a reason. Plus 20% attack speed is pretty good. And adding the determination. Talent, or I could re-roll. Let's do it. Let's add another athlete. I feel like you are, you know, just not going to be as valuable as the knight. A high likelihood you get killed fairly repeatedly. We have the Caduvor. It's like cadaver, but voodoo, I think, is kind of what's going for there. Shoot multiple projectiles in the current enemy, deal 168 damage and crush. Hit damage reduction. Okay, you're not the scariest. Plus 80% attack damage when flanking. Hidden seconds on wounded. Oh, you become hidden? Wow. I went from not threatened by them to thinking like, okay, maybe I should pile on them pretty hard. Because if they can do that much damage to something they aren't flanking, I feel like that could get rough. So you are attacking him, so I feel like I want to give you the bonus. Rot. You're getting hit pretty hard. I want the Valor bonus. Barely stayed alive there. Yeah, no losses. Narrowly. I'm a little bit shocked I managed to avoid that. Ooh, you're cool. Calientry. Targets the current enemy affect enemies in skill range. Burn for 240. Skill power while focused, and that's before being wounded, so it is worthwhile to hammer on that character. Pretty high dodge chance, which kind of sucks. I think I do want to swap you two just to have him fly at you a little more heavily. I'm gonna start things. Oh damn! Less movement than I was anticipating. I wanted the characters to line themselves up a little better, where I could hit more of them with the rot. See, again, same issue. You have to target an enemy. You can't kind of throw in between them. So I did lose my weak athlete, or maybe it was the brawler. It might have been the brawler. Get him leveled up. Let's do a superior combat for the better bonus. The Muerto, it's like Pinocchio, but Muerto. Target highest damage done enemy. Apply Soul Steal. Suffer skill damage over time. The character that applied the effect recovers health. Ooh. So I saw that there's a level 3 Footstein, not Footinstein, just Footstein. But you, I'm more concerned about. That sort of hit recovery, flanking. Yeah, I would rather deal with you. Oh, there we go. Yes, I managed to hit a few of them there. Oh my gosh. A lot happened very quickly there. Oh, I'm taking way more damage than I was expecting. Dang. Okay, that went poorly. Holy crap, they hammered me. But you'll see a very interesting thing that hasn't come up yet. One, I lost quite a lot of health. But anything that had died on their side of the board comes back now as a ghost. So, maximum stack 3 dies after all non-affected allies die. So if I killed everything other than the ghosts, then I still win. But also, they have increased health loss. They're easier to kill a second time around. And so that went so poorly that what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that into the middle of them immediately to get the rot applied. And then I'm gonna try and like clear this side of the board for if I can get some sort of win here now, that's great. But I'm more so like thinking of the future benefit in the next attempt. Come on, get Footstein. Damn it. So now even more of them are ghosted. But the 2 highest level guys aren't at all. That's kind of brutal, actually. How do I want to set this up? Yikes. I think I still want the rot applied there. You're not nearly as surrounded as I want you to be to get the maximum benefit out of that. I'm kind of pausing to try and check in on things. The night is getting a little roughed up. This seems risky. Maybe I get a rot on you, since you have quite a few enemies attacking. Oh, but he just used his hidden. Come on, Knight. Oh, man. This combat, I went into it just being like, yeah, let's just go do a superior combat. Why not? I feel prepared for it. I can handle it. And I'm just getting crushed. I might actually lose this run here. Damn, son. How do I want to better apply this? Hard while having stacks. Yeah, I think I want that damage reduction on you. I guess I want you to be taunting up front and everything, though. I feel like maybe I'm not making good enough use of that. So let me harden. And then once... Oh, all these guys are getting surrounded now, though. Okay, I'll give you the glory since you're surrounded by some really high-level enemies. Come on, stay alive, man. We're crying out loud. I'm going to harden the Knight again. I'm low on mana. Oh my gosh. Okay. Damn. I really had to play around with things to get it to a good place. Luckily, regaining half of that missing life is barely going to keep me alive. Yeah, that was rough. Okay, chest. I can immediately use this coin, which will be nice. Ooh, pickle. Wizard in a jar. 10 suppression seconds on combat start. Suppression does not grant damage reduction. Defend against hits with double damage reduction from resistances. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do the reroll, and I will gain 2 extra options. Vaccine is rare, adds health and suppression. The Rubik's Cube adding talent, which would add that breakpoint. Skill power while focused. This also adds skill power. Who is my talent guy right now? The nerd. Skill power, and your damage is based on skill power. It's okay. Just straight raw attack damage plus 10 is quite good. I'm almost tempted to just grab that. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the mallet. Who has the best attack speed? The accuracy is gaining you attack speed. I'm just thinking who will get to attack a lot. Maybe I'll give the baby the mallet. What's he gonna do with it, little cutie? No trouble could come from that. Okay, I don't like you up there, but that is fine. I'll just focus my efforts down low here. Yeah, you could use some glory. You're very much surrounded. I would love to. Let's keep it alive. Oh gosh, oh god. What was that shit? That was blood web or something? Is that what that's called? Targets the farthest enemies and deals 192 skill damage. That was insane. It wrecked me. Skill power 240, energy regeneration 10. Oh, and he was focused, so his skill power was... absolutely huge. He might have gotten the ranged hit bonus there too. That was messy. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna kind of backline everyone a little bit. Because I want the knight to run in there and kind of just start crushing things as much as possible. Uh-oh. What I've done is really exposed absolutely everything. Okay, everyone. But the only enemy I had to kill was that spider because everything else was a ghost, so they instant die. So yeah, I really just had to focus on the spider there. You're getting good, rookie. You got the second boss out. This will be harder to get rid of. Be careful. So, run's not over yet. Actually, and we're back up to 66 health. Not bad. Lowest team trait. Okay, so maybe the talent. We're 3 away from endurance. I like the endurance bonus. But yeah, I feel like that's not providing us much of anything. So endurance. A different trait reroll than I was expecting. Whoops. I guess I should have sized that up a little more carefully. All that's left to do is go check out the boss. We got the Crop Man. Target current enemy. Affect enemies in skill range. Deal 180 skill damage and 50% health steal. Huge health steal. You have your huge burn, skill resistance. Yeah, this time I think I do want you guys. Who has better health? You have notably better health. You're a little bit more exposed up there. Attack range 3, good. So let me. You'll throw down taunts. They should start coming for you right away. Anyways, I think that Rot managed to catch the Crop Man a little bit. Pulverizing impact. Get enemies to have 5 crush stacks at the same time in single combat. Oh no. Poor baby. It's not gonna make a difference, I don't think. I took out the Crop Man. Oh wow, they're holding their own really well there at the end. I didn't expect that at all. So the Crop Man has been made into a ghost, which is pretty helpful overall. Now I want to see to what extent I can hopefully rip through some of the rest of these. I can ghost a significant amount of the rest of these guys. Should go a pretty long way. Oh, damn, I lost everyone very suddenly. You know, at least the bulk of them. Oh wait, three more turned into ghosts. Not as good as I was hoping, but something. That's something. That amount of bleed is pretty rough. I can't afford to lose many more times here. This is kind of it all of a sudden. Let's get the harden on you, man. Yes, that applies to like the most possible. That baby's so exposed. That's probably not the best. The orphan specifically. Okay. Get a little bit more of the rock going. Okay. Barely turning that around again. Oh no, there's a second tier to the battle. Now Reap. It's still Reap. Yeah, maybe that was always Reap. Effort. Energy regeneration and recharge chance. Oh, so he's doing that like often. Uh-oh. I feel inadequately prepared for this. This time around. Alright. Hard. Gather up a little bit. Might go where I was hoping they would. I don't know if I should have used the glory on him. He's still alive. Okay, so maybe it wasn't totally wasted, which was my fear. The knight barely still alive there. I think I could definitely have benefited from having another character, or any character that properly heals. Throw it on there. Ah, nah, he's dead. Lots of ghosts, though. I would say that went really well. Well enough that I think I could probably basically do the same thing. Come on. How do I line you up? Someone get closer. Whatever, I'm only going to be able to cast it on a handful of them. Maybe I should have used Glory down here again. It worked well last time. They seem to be hanging in there okay. Oh, maybe I should have used the Harden there because he's definitely about to die. This is not my A team. Come on. Oh, come on, nerd. Die, you weren't actually lined up. I don't think you got that benefit. Oh, you had like 1 health left. It was so little. Okay, I don't think I spent everything as well as I could have that time around. So there, you're nice and surrounded. Rock applied there. Now I think you need to be quite careful with what gets spent when and where. I'm not going to worry about rot. Targets. Is it because you're already... There we go. That should be enough. Come on. 3-on-1. You guys can do it. Pull it together. Like heavy resistances. Okay. Alarm clock, energy on combat start, attack damage, and skill power. Energy on combat start is pretty good. Whoever has a skill that you want to get out there as quickly as possible. Not done yet. Another portal's opened. So, who has a skill I want used quickly? Burn is surprisingly good. Granting that shield is really nice to the lowest health percent ally. Do I want taunt out there that quickly? The armor, I think I kind of do want out there quickly, so maybe. Let's give that a try. And we have the Brawler. We already have an athlete up to a knight, so, but the baby. Burn is good. I'm going to level up the baby. You've been here since the beginning. Now we got the devil. Applies burn, gains shield. Packed. Nice. Alright. Think we're ready for it? Think we can handle a third? I think we can. Guess we're gonna find out together. Ooh, Morningstar. Gain haste on movement, attack speed, and move speed. Shore Crush. I don't know what the shore is. 5 Shore Crush. I actually don't know. And Megaphone, +1 talent, would raise talent to the breakpoint for skill power. 30 energy on combat, 2 energy charges on combat start. Damn, that's a cool one. Ooh, which do I want? I like them both. Let's do the Megaphone. You were the talent guy, right? So if I give this to you, you now have that extra skill power and energy on combat start and energy charges. So you should be able to start doing your thing a lot right away. That's the idea, at least. Hopefully that pays off as we're hoping. Charmwood, the Thread Shelter, targets the highest missing health amount ally, affects allies in skill range, grant them shield. A number of healing based things going on here. But you're level 3 and the most that's a hefty amount of shield to be casting, so that's something I don't want to deal with. Let's see. Rot on these 3. And let's give you the glory since you're a little less protected. Ooh. He's getting hammered pretty hard up there. Seemingly holding his own, no? Probably didn't need to play that rot there. Yeah, groovy. back up to 100, which we might have been just by advancing to the next level. I'm not 100% on that. I'm gonna go check out the chest first. Axe that adds intensity. The Maqueedle? I actually don't know. The crush on hit chance. Critical attacks use crush on hit chance instead. Crush on hit chance. Do I have something else that adds that? Yes, I do. So, crush on hit chance right now is 50, and his critical hit chance is 20. But if I add this, his critical hit chance is 80, and so he has an 80% chance to do criticals. That's coming together in a really fun way. That's a cool synergy. That I'm pumped on that. That's really, really fun. Get ourselves a new spell option. Heavyweight, you just drop an anvil on people. Select enemy characters, take poise damage, and the center target takes deadly attack damage. Damage to health is dealt as health loss. Reduces their maximum health. Can't be recovered. The Lion, a passive, mana reservation efficiency. I haven't been doing mana reservation. The Moonlight is so fun. Lycanthropy is so cool. You just turn a dude into a werewolf. That's awesome. I'm not going to do it this time because I'm already spending really heavily with this stuff. I'm kind of planning ahead that get 2 spells of greater than common rarity in exploration. I'm getting all kinds of masteries, which are basically your achievements in this game, but they also affect the way you can play. I'm grabbing the Lion in anticipation that I will get a reserve base spell. That I want a reserve base spell now to take advantage of that. Ooh. So no one else has intensity, so it would be a benefit only to the orphan. Maybe the rebel. But you're also a shield granter. You know, I could probably use an additional support like that. So you're getting added and kind of tucked in the back for now. We'll find a place for you, little one. I'm gonna check on another chest. Umbrella +1 vitality, not enough for a break point, but attack resistance is good. And just straight up max health. That's tempting. I could add that to you. Maybe you even? You're not that protected. Who all has the vitality bonus right now is what I would like to know. Oh yeah, control the hide. So that there. Oh wait, so you're the only one with it. Yeah, you have vitality 2. Health regen. Attack resistance though, actually not bad. Maybe I should be I'm tempted. Because I could pile that onto you and hope I find an additional way to level up vitality in order to gain 3 extra max health, or I just give you 70 max health. And I think rather than overthinking it, no, I just realized I would rather give it to you. You're the less likely to survive, so I think I would rather hand that off there. Burn. Ooh. You have huge range, don't you? Maybe not that crazy. But he probably is going to be able to use that over and over because of the energy efficiency and energy start. So I think I do want to position myself up here. Duration 10 seconds. So I can cast that on these guys, and it should apply or affect quite a bit. Oh. Everyone just ran directly away from who I felt was the true threat. Let's circle back around there. Wow, baby. Or devil I mean. Well, your max health is 700? Jesus. I mean devil. Satan. Jesus has no part in this. No, that's crazy. Shield granted. Oh my god, there's 2 of these guys down here. That's rough, actually. I think I have to go at the top here where there's the higher cluster of enemies. And you know what, I'm gonna position you like this. Harden. You'll get the most out of that. I really needed to see if I could blast through that top pack of enemies and potentially need to like survive to do a second round, which is actually looking increasingly likely that I will need a second fight. Not enough mana to keep this going. Come on, baby. What are you doing over there, man? Work together. Oh, nice. One more ghost at least. Nice. Oh my god. Oh, he was so close to just finishing it up all on his own there. That was killer. Good for him. Glad he's on my side. Hold off on glory for a second there. You're pretty surrounded at the moment. Say the ghost health was making a big difference there. Man, the sun is crazy powerful, man. That's making such a huge immediate difference. Don't really need more experience. I don't really want to hit a bonfire again right now either. Like, just adding more units I don't think is where I need the most of what I need added to my team is like enhancing what's already there. I think more so than adding to it, making it wider. Skill damage shock. That one can be pretty devastating. So I am gonna just pile right up in front of Footstein, and yeah. Ooh, I do. I'll give you guys rot. If I give that just a second long. Never mind. The baby was in the way, but decent little cluster. Oh, he just got nuked the second after I gave him that. It didn't last long at all. Oh god. Ooh, the sound effects there. I think that's from the blood web being cast. It's kind of freaky. Good job, baby. You're killing it. You think you killed them before this is done? Nice. Nicely done. Few on the team were really carrying their weight, I'd say. Rod applied right away. You're getting wailed on pretty hard down there. Yes. So all of you rotted. Yeah, the skull Tula, what are you? Chrysantula? Wait. I'm saying Skulltula like Skulltula, like that's how I've always read it in my head from Zelda, but I'm realizing it's like Tarantula. It's probably Skulltula. I think I've said it wrong my whole life. Even now I'm questioning. Well, hopefully there's a reservation-based spell here. I can always re-roll, because I did not get a reservation-based one, so... Ooh, do you know what? But re-roll with additional options. So give me a suite of options here. Straight up just passive. Oh, cooldown recovery, mana regen, those are huge. Wait, mana regen, cooldown recovery. Oh, reservation efficiency, gotcha. I already have that, and I don't want to re-roll again. I'm gonna take this one, and I'm still not getting any benefit out of the lion. Perhaps a questionable choice at this stage. I'm getting hit up from Misty for a little bit of attention, so she's gonna come up in my lap here. Let's see. Ooh, I could level up this thing? Yeah, let me do that. I want to see. Oh, so crush on hit and critical attacks. And plus 10 poise damage on attack. I don't know. That's like, it's something. Can I give that back to you there? Not quickly, not efficiently. What if I just do the merge? Okay, the merging also would cost 2. So maybe I'm gonna play around with it just because it's yeah, those, I'd say those two go together. These are 2 that I don't anticipate pulling apart, and it just frees up an item slot. So 100 shield on combat start. Yeah, all of that carried over. So the teddy bear, just like nice enhanced version of things. I potentially shouldn't have extinguished it this time. Maybe I should have played around with a bit more foraging while I'm here. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I should have spent that experience doing that. Hey, we saw Skid earlier. Now we have Pump. Surprise. Target's furthest enemy teleports towards the target. Deals a lot of damage. 60 skill power multiplier when flanking and apply taunt. And huge skill power bump. Oh, and skill combo multiplier. Oh my gosh, and you have so much. Okay, the 2 of you together are genuinely going to be like boss level difficult. Like that's no joke. So definitely attack damage 140. The skill is where he'll be more troublesome. Yeah, crap. Not a huge amount of health. Attack damage. Alright, I'm gonna throw that on you. Okay. I think the way things, characters kind of like sorted themselves there worked out really, really well for me. I feel like I'm instantly seeing the benefits of the mana regen and skill cooldown. Oh, damn it. Alright, well if that's not going to work, then I want to use Harden instead. Oh, fine, so I've seen it afterwards anyways. That mostly went well. And like, I'm coming out ahead anyways. So accuracy has really just failed to come up and be important at any point. So we're re-rolling accuracy, which went to contact. And not a new breakpoint or anything, but at least one more character is gaining the contact bonus. Now I have 4 characters gaining that bonus, which is pretty sweet. Take on another superior combat. I think we can stomach it. We'll be okay. Now we got Skid up here, just loaded. Energy pulse, shield, suppression, armor on wounded, thorns. He's gonna be so awful to try and blast through, so I'm just going for it. I'm gonna try something a little different here. I'm gonna stick one of you up top. Atone, reach. I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna throw this on you. You can gain a protection layer. Oh my god, he has so much health and so many ways of gaining health. Okay, no, that's the wrong spell here. You guys can get rotted. Oh, yes! Holy shit. Okay. I think that split things up in a way where kind of like the focus of the battle stopped anyone from getting piled on too hard. Splitting up there might have actually been really useful. Grants influence to a character. You don't have much influence. Intensity, now perception. Get 3 influenced characters and an exploration. Perception doesn't really add anything for me right now. Yeah, we have a ways to go before the boss still. don't like how spread out all of this is. I think I am clustering things back together here. What if I kind of let a little bit of natural sorting happen here? Kind of let characters all line themselves up to kind of all be a part of this. Maybe that exposes them all a bit too much. Whoa, yeah, they got wailed on. Alright. I realize, like, the highest threat enemies probably are up top there. But I'm gonna try and make ghosts. Let's clear out some of this down here. Okay, the blood web there just triggered, huge. Come on, baby, you're attacking the wrong thing. He was so close to death. This is turning tough. I should have used the experience. I should have used the forge better. I don't even really know what I'm trying to do now. I'm kind of just doing things. I think I want you in front. Nice. You were surrounded by a lot of things to take proper advantage of that. Ah, but you just got crushed. Crush is brutal, man. I only like Crush when I get to use it against enemies, because holy crap, can it just wipe your party. This is okay. I can live with this. Oh, damn it. Damn. One left. Okay, but everything else has been made a ghost. So I think my main hope of making it through this is going to be... I think I need that spread out a little better. My main hope is going to be that you taunt. I need you. I really need you to prioritize attacking that guy up there, man. Stop with all this other stuff, whatever else it is you're doing. Yes. All I had to do was kill him because everyone else is a ghost. Managed to barely survive that. I'm getting rid of the perception. Added intensity. Not enough for the breakpoint, but still, wait, you're the only character adding intensity? That's kind of funny. You're one intense little baby, you know that? I'm gonna go do a regular combat. That's the combats have been hard the last minute here. So I simplified things for myself a little bit. And, then my main hope there is, like, push through maybe kind of an easier combat and then pave the way to the boss a little bit. You guys auto battle as you're known to do, and I'll enjoy some water. Wow, why are you struggling so much down there? Okay, got him eventually. I do not need all this experience. Okay. I can spend a bunch of it on rerolls here. Ooh, Blade of Accuracy. Do I still have accuracy? I do not. Reroll. Ooh, substitute. Swap with opposite position on combat start. Like, you would jump to their position and max health. Gift of Vitality, health regeneration. Ooh. Recovery per second. The substitute log. Oh, that's is that Naruto? Jeez, I don't know the anime well, but I like vaguely know that there's a reference there. I could spend more, but I'm going to do Gift of Vitality. And I'm going to pile that on... Actually, on you. Your whole thing is staying alive and crushing. And now you'll gain the health bonus. Yes. That, yeah, I've given him Vitality, so he gains that bonus. That, I think, was smart. Now I can recruit another character and level them up. I might as well do that. The Hippie. Shoot a projectile to the current enemy, apply poison. Orphan with a tone again, and I'm going to reroll. Intensity 3 up to 4. How many characters I got with intensity? Just the one, right? It is just the one. Accuracy wouldn't add anything. Another nerd. Preparation, Impact up to 6. I would cross over there actually. Crush on hit chance, penetration with hits. Okay, ooh, that's another baby. I already have the baby. How many characters have impact? Wait, impact 3. So that is notably better actually, or more impactful. It's a little silly that I'm going so heavy on the babies, but that does mean so many, like 4 characters now have that bonus, and I have to think that will count for something. I think that's the right thing to do with this party at this time. The Soul Steel. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to be messing with that. You are getting swarmed by my jocks and babies. Oh, nice. I like when he ends up in the middle like that, because it makes the glory so much more effective, since it's... oh god, he just got wrecked though. It is determined by the enemy levels in spell range. So like it's best to use by an enemy that's kind of, or an ally that's kind of surrounded. So this nerd is going to gain that bonus right now. But like, oh man. Is this a regular combat or a superior combat? Now I can't remember. It's not going great though. How'd you guys all die and you never did? Brutal. Okay. Let's square you up right away. Come on, man. You just gotta absolutely hammer on it. You just gotta like chase off. What are you doing? Don't be doing that. Be attacking. Be killing him. Okay. You narrowly got that, but I'm toast, I think. Been in this position before, but this is ugly. This is not looking good for me. I'm tempted to put an enemy down there as like a distraction and try and keep him away while I focus on killing these 4. Damn, it's quite a lot actually. I was thinking to focus on killing the non-ghosted enemies, but this is... I don't know, the spread that's going on here right now is kind of brutal, actually. I don't feel that I'm in a good place at all. God, Clyde. Come on. He is not a ghost. You can kill him. Get in there. Okay, I was just about to say I think I'm set, and that was not good, man. I should have lost this run a while ago. It's insane that I'm hanging on. That was considered a regular combat. What the hell am I dealing with here? Oh, there's Curse Angelos on both sides. Well, time to let it ride. Those minis. kills in there as I can. I guess, yeah, a lot of my like babies and things keep getting targeted from the corners. Corners, not a great descriptor of what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, harden up. Live just long enough to kill. Kill. Damn. But I'm wondering if I should be doing something more along the lines of this. You're healing based, so maybe you guys go in the back a little bit more and have a little bit more of a like a front wall going on there. I don't know if that really protected in the way I was imagining. I think a lot of my team died very quickly there. One life. Only two that actually need killed. So I gotta go back to the same old familiar strategy of pile the hell up right in front of the thing that I need killed. Just throw a rock right on you. You're getting singled out. No, don't run up there. That's not the direction I needed you to go. We got him. We got him up to 50. Can I technically stop for a character reward? I guess maybe because it doesn't require an additional exploration. Grace. Intensity would go up, but only him and the baby would gain the benefit from it, right? It's just the two of them? Yeah. He's not that strong. Magician's Perception at 2 points. Hit damage reduction. Stress. I'm re-rolling. We can get a break point on Determination. Affects 3 characters. And attack resistance and block chance. Oh, you're not even a healer. Impact up 2. Not that that really seems to matter here. Is adding extra shield even really that helpful? I feel like it hasn't been great for me. Reach up to 3. Adding attack range to a brawler, kind of funny. Insight, anticipation. Honestly, I'm not stoked on these either, but I want to save my experience so I can level up whoever I draft. Who all has reach right now? Just that one baby? That's not great, but I guess he would gain range? He would be a ranged brawler? So we might as well lean into that? I don't know, we're gonna see. Oh my god. The Lithalisk. Molt. Gain 192 shield and heal. Oh my god, you're massive. Attack damage while flanking and armor on wounded and gaining thorns. Okay, you are ranged. I can go in the back there. You guys should properly be in the back. Yeah, just throwing that on you. We're ripping through pretty hard there. That's going well, I'd say. Right up until it wasn't. That took such a sudden turn. I can't believe you're alive down there. Oh, damn, not anymore. Nope. Oh, God. The Minalisks. Are you spawning those? Are you spawning Minalisks? Where were those coming from? Gross. I hated them. Oh, you didn't even die enough to get ghosted. Is this per level? Losing combat, fixed damage to life. Life cost to revive a character is 1. And life damage on losing is 20. Yeah, that's where all that's coming from. So it would be 9 just to bring these guys back and 20 for dying. So if I lose here, I've lost, and we're only in the first of 3 stages of this boss battle. So I would say I'm pretty rough shape. Oh. Now and again, you just, like, a skill activates or whatever, you just get blasted with such an insane amount of damage at once. Throw a little rot on there. That'll make the difference as the disgusting intestines are swarming my poor baby. There it is. Oh, I get to go again, but now all of them are ghosts. And all of you are ghosts. It's a little funny that there's one more attempt because, like, it's a funny Hail Mary. Like, I could see if you had just gotten them down to the tiniest little, almost there. Oh, look at the way the chest opens up. Disgusting. Or belly, I guess. Now it's the full proper loss there. All of them became monsters themselves. Damn, man. Couldn't even pull off a win. But I did unlock 4 masteries, which are pretty cool. I can inspect those next time, play around with that. I have 2 mastery slots, but so much more to unlock. Working your way up through the different zones, unlocking all the different masteries. There are different enemies and hero unit types all throughout those as you level up deeper into the game. Pretty lengthy run. That was a bit of a long run, and I didn't even win. Went poorly. But Underboard is out now. You guys can go play it for yourself. There's a nice 20% launch discount on it. Brings the price down a fair bit. I recommend checking out some bundles to see if you have the opportunity for extra savings there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.